What's up, everyone? So, the league office has confirmed that the Dockers are on a revenge mission as they are set to match up against the Ulinzi Warriors. Let's just break it down. So, the finals throwdown showdown will be on the 2nd and 3rd April in Mombasa for Game 1 and Game 2. So, KPA are utilizing the home court advantage and they're starting off the tournament in Mombasa. I mean, just a quick recap and a backstory on where this rivalry came about in 2014. KPA versus Ulinzi Warriors in the finals. The series ended 3-1. KPA won that, and I believe that's the start of the rivalry. Then in 2017, 2018, the KPA Dockers three-peated. And the last win in 2018, when KPA in the finals, they swept the Ulinzi Warriors 3-0. And despite the Ulinzi Warriors coming off, they're the reigning champions. They have never managed to beat KPA in the finals. So this is actually one of the matchups I was expecting, but I didn't expect it because there was that whole KPA versus Equity Dumas debacle. But now the league has confirmed that KPA are going to proceed to the KBF finals to match up with the Ulinzi Warriors. And I mean the trip to the men's Kenya Basketball Federation final has not been devoid, with a fair share of drama from both teams that had to fight on and off the court so that they can see this showdown. So the Warriors overcoming allegations of feeling an ineligible player in the playoffs, as the Dockers had to appeal a decision to have their Game 5 of the semis against Equity Dumas to be replayed. So this is an article by Mozart Sport. They have made this, and let's just get through it real quick. So the verdict in the end went in favor of the Mombasa-based side. KPA skipper Martin Kitongo has exuded confidence in his side, getting their revenge on the military side, who subjected the Dockers to their 2 losses in the regular season. So as you can see, as much as KPA are 4-time champions and they three-peated, I mean, their Achilles heel has been the Ulinzi Warriors, and actually this matchup is something that was expected, but the situation, the way on and off the court, how it unfolded, has led us to this point. We have been in training in residential camp for the last week, preparing on whatever outcome the disciplinary committee will have come up with. We expect, so Martin Kitongo, in quote, is quoted as saying, "We expect to be in action this weekend, but now that the finals begin next month, we get 1 more week to get ready for 2 matches in Mombasa," says Kitongo. So previous meetings between the 2 sides have been explosive unexpectedly so. This finals is no different, as the Warriors look to defend their title, while Sami Kiki charges are out to reclaim the title that they last won in 2018. And actually, just to mention again, the Ulinzi Warriors have never beat KP in the finals. Although they're the reigning defending champions, they got swept by KP in 2018. So there's somewhat of a short, brief rivalry, because KPA has beat Ulinzi twice, in the 2014 where the KPA won in 4 games, 3-1, and 2018 when KPA swept the Ulinzi Warriors. So the Ulinzi Warriors are trying to go back to back by beating KPA. So en route to the 2019 titles, Warriors beat KPA in the semis to meet the Nairobi City Thunder in the finals. So you can see, aside from KPA going and three-peating, they lost their legs in the 2019 playoff run, but situation has it that they're gonna meet in the finals, especially this year. So I expect fireworks. The Dockers, however, have denied the Warriors the trophy in 2018. Martin Kitongo is quoted as saying, "We lost our 2 matches to the Warriors in the regular season, so we know the finals will be no walk in the park. We want to take full advantage of home court advantage and win the first 2 matches in Mombasa so I can have an easier job away in Nairobi." So, I mean, this whole situation, you can see KBF try to, sweep every allegation and every issue under the rug, trying to blind people and just say that this is supposed to happen. The whole Equity versus KPA Game 5. I mean, the whole walking out the court. The parties involved and the powers that be ensured that KPA made it there. that's one perception that can be brought in. And also just looking at the whole Ulinzi Lakeside thing, I can just feel like the Lakeside, the legal team for the Lakeside team just, it just wasn't up to the task to, see this thing all through. So I feel like they also failed in their part just to seek justice to what was going on. And the whole player ineligibility was just swept away by the federation. I feel like they just diminished what was really going on in there. So, but the cracks were already showing. So the finals matchup that was set, even if you look at the way the playoffs were going in, even before this whole turmoil on and off the court issues came about, it was supposed to be KPA versus the Ulinzi Warriors. So I'm not least be surprised about this news. It's just that the way it's coming in, it's actually, I can just say they try to rush things because they have seen that the time is getting depleted, and when they continue to remain in this whole limbo, in this whole situation, it's going to destroy the calendar year of the next season. So they just had to rush this whole decision and just say that, KPA won the Ulinzi Warriors versus Lakeside thing had no base, and let's just get this finals over with. And but the underlying issue is the integrity of the KPA, the integrity of Equity Dumas, Warriors, Lakeside, and also the KBF fraternity has been put into question. And they actually feel like this championship is gonna be put on an asterisk, and I don't feel like we are gonna get a real champion, despite the fact that off-court issues have made these finals possible, especially on the KPA versus Equity Dumas side, considering the fact that there was the Equity Dumas wrote a letter citing fan interference, and they still continue to play. So the losers for this whole situation and debacle, I can just say, are the Equity Dumas. They shouldn't have played game 4 and 5 if there was supposed to be a game 5. In the game 3, if they cited that thing for fan interference, and they saw that the fans were getting into the game and disrupting the whole flow of the game, they will have protested and not played game 4 so that they can bring this game back to Nairobi and play them. But they made the horrendous decision to keep playing in game 4 and game 5. They lost, and game 5, even despite walking in 59 seconds regulation in the fourth, could not help them in their last hitch case. So the Equity Dumas ended up being the biggest losers in this whole situation. And on to the other side with the whole playing eligibility thing with Valbuza for the Warriors, I can say the Lakeside team took a massive L, and they came out as losers alongside the Equity Dumas when they cited fielding an illegible player, although they tried to factually substantiate it, which was proof, and actually it was factual. The Ulinzi Warriors had an eligible player, but you can see the powers that be just decided to nix that whole situation and just let the Ulinzi Warriors continue with their quote-unquote domination. So you can see the cracks in the integrity for the federation is showing, and their integrity is wanting. At this point, if there's no other middle ground, there's no other way any team can have a fair chance in any off the court cases moving forward, because the league just knows how to pick and make sure that these guys are gonna be there. So they just manufacture people there. So even if a champion is going to be crowned from either team, it's just going to be mad with controversy after controversy, and there's nothing that's going to stop people from talking about this as an asterisk championship, and any team that's going to come out in this as winners is going to have just an asterisk on them. So that's the whole situation. So I mean, I just was tracking this whole situation with the whole off the court drama, detailing everything that I saw on my path, and just to be rational with it all. I mean, there's no true, real, bona fide champion this season, so we just gonna have to wait for next season. Hopefully, the Kenya Basketball Federation just has some balls and integrity to change up some few things, and also guys rising up and calling these people out for who they really are is going to dictate the steps that are going to be taken moving forward to improve basketball in Kenya, because if you look at how they handled both situations on both parties, it wasn't the most ideal, and it went against like the whole FIBA and the whole FIBA rule, and also the basketball rules in general. So I mean, it's actually a sad time for Kenyan basketball, because you're just seeing impunity reign and corruption reigning as well, and it's a very tough sight to see. So the finals have been set to Mombasa, and you'll catch the highlights on Whoopie Sport eventually. So you also subscribe to Whoopie Sport YouTube. They actually do some pretty good, amazing stuff there. I'm a reporter there, so yeah. If you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. And till next time, I'll see you on the next upload, and peace out.